best assistant coach.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah. They each had, well, and it's Johnny Bach with the Bulls.
The Bulls
was the for sure. We had the other guy, and he was the living proof of one of my favorite sports axioms, is that not every lieutenant is cut out to be a general. Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah.
Jimmy Rogers was a great assistant coach. And you know, he got handed the Celtics because he got a raw deal. He gets the Celtics and Larry goes out for the year.
Right.
That isn't good. And then the next year, you know, Larry wasn't happy the way he was being used, I guess, the second time. Yeah. But anyway, Jimmy Rogers is an easy call there. I'll tell you who my favorite was to talk to. You know, he was my go-to guy on that particular team, getting insight and getting quips. And that was Dave Worrell when he was with the Lakers.
Center guy. I used to see him at the market.
Pen guy, you know. But I'll never forget. I had my then maybe, let's see, this would be it was probably in his teenage years. My son at the time with me one night, and we were before the game, and we're talking to Dave Worrell, and he's talking about synapses, and Michael Jordan had faster synapses than anybody else he had seen, you know, and you know, my son was like very impressed. This coach was using the word synapse, you know. But he was fun. He never got a head coaching job, did he?
It was strange, you know. It's interesting. I don't want to speak for him. I don't know. I used to see him literally at the market, and if I saw him, it was 30 minutes in the bread aisle because he had watched every game the night before, and he. You know, the thing that's really, like, it's great talking to you, Bob. I mean, I could listen to you talk all day long. We know that. But when you talk to a guy like Wohl or even John Carroll, for that matter, these guys, and you sit there and like you listen to them break down the game, and you're just like, you're mesmerized. Yeah, you're just mesmerized. I mean, they break down every play the way a golfer breaks down.
You know, when I did my book 48 Minutes with Terry Pluto, which was about one game in the NBA, January 16th, 1987, the Cavaliers at the Celtics, every minute detail of the game and portraits of the players. I sat and watched the game on tape with Jimmy Rogers and he broke it down for me. And it was phenomenal.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's there. It's at another level.
That was the NBA of, you know, of accessibility, and we're all in this together. It was a giant fraternity. I'll tell you my favorite anecdote of the time. This is when we were no charters. Everybody was flying commercial. And the Celtics were flying east to west. And we got to Chicago. We had to change planes. We didn't even have a direct flight. And we had time to kill. And we're walking down to the bar. I mean, everybody. And we saw these very large people coming up against us the other way. And it was the Phoenix Suns. They were going west to east. And everybody got together in the bar, both teams, coaches, broadcasters, you know, writers. It was a little fraternity meeting at the NBA. You know, that was it. That spoke to the times.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Bob, I could listen to Bob Ryan stories all day. Also, pick up Scribe if you guys haven't, if you guys are new to the podcast.